everybody, this is Ankita here from Education Street, and today I'm going to share with you a topic which is basically how to select universities for undergraduate students. It's a very trivial question, and if not done well, it could cost you a lot and also waste a lot of your child's time. So that's why we at Education Street want to bring this topic so that you're well planned and choose the right university for your child. So if you're a parent or a student watching this video who's looking forward to go after 12th to study abroad, may it be US, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, whichever country you're looking out to go in for, these are the steps and these are the points that you need to keep in mind so that you are not falling for a wrong choice. So first and foremost point is the course selection. Every child after 12 need to decide which course and which career he needs to take in further. Career may be optional. He may not be sure whether he wants to go for, say, an architecture or a biotechnology or law or journalism or any of these areas. However, there are three streams that they need to select. The same way how we have in India, arts, they call it as humanities or liberal arts, they have sciences and they have business, which is commerce here. So these are the three primary areas, the degrees which are divided into. However, there is a huge difference between course selection over there because every semester a student is allowed to select subjects of their choice, which is very unlikely from India, right? So in this case, you get to choose interdisciplinary education. I could go for computer science with economics. I could go for music with journalism. There are a lot of these areas which you allow to choose subjects from different departments. And that's where the course selection comes in. So say I'm a student who's looking forward to study computer science. However, I have to keep my options open for other areas. Could be say mechanical engineering or any of these things. I need to select a university rightfully which allows me to choose subjects from different department and also has those subjects and departments which will allow me to pick those programs. And that's why course selection is a very important point. So go by the university website, check the curriculum, check the department, check the electives, which will allow you to figure out what kind of university is providing and what course are they providing you for. Okay, so this is very important. The second point is, of course, cost. The cost of education is something which needs to be planned way before because it should not be that you're chewing something above your standards or something that you cannot afford to have it. So this is very important. When it comes to parents, I always say this to parents, I'm sure you will do everything to get your child the best university, even if it means to stretch yourself more than what you can, actually deliver. I would say that's a wrong strategy. If you're in a financial distress here, they are going to be as well. So better to balance it well enough. You can go for loans, you can go for your own funds, whatever way, but there has to be a budget defined. Now, the good part about going abroad is there are varied options in every country. There are varied countries which surely will fit in your budget. So, typically, there's a cost of education aligned to different countries. You may get in touch with us for you to know about each country because every course, every university has different thing. But yes, typically there's a cost of education which ranges from 15 to 25 lakh rupees a year into 4 because normally the degrees are for 4 years, some may have 3 years. The second is basically your living cost which ranges from 7 to 10 lakh rupees a year into 4 or into 3 depending on your course duration. So this is how you're looking at a budget. So if you have a budget where you think you can spend this much and you're looking for scholarship, the third point that you need to check out, which is very important, is scholarship. Most of the undergraduate programs offer you scholarship. The good part is this. But how do I get it? There is no secret formula for it. Anyone telling you, come over to us, we will give you scholarship, is basically asking you to come to a university which they know wants a student desperately and would definitely give you a scholarship. That's not what we work at Education Street for. Scholarship is, there is no separate procedure for scholarship. You have deadlines to meet for scholarship and all the applications which go to the admission officer is considered uniformly for the scholarship. If you meet their criteria, which I don't know, which you don't know, basically they want the meritorious from the applications which have come in for. So they may offer you a scholarship along with your offer. So once we apply, the admission officer checks your admission, your application, and then comes by with an admission plus a scholarship. So this is how the scholarship process works. For getting a scholarship, you need to start your application way before. That's very, very important. And that's how you select your university so that on right time, so that you meet their deadlines on time. Typically, the scholarship or any kind of deadlines to apply for whichever intake is always a year prior. So if you're looking to go for 23, it's going to be this September 22 that the intake deadlines would be there. So that's how you plan earlier. So you can get in touch with us at Education Street as soon as possible so that we meet the timelines. So I spoke about the 3 points. Now coming to the fourth, location and weather. I'll combine both of these. Some of the parents always are comfortable, maybe they have some relatives there, or they are comfortable with certain country because they have been there, they like the culture, they like the setup out there, and that's how they choose that country. Absolutely fine. But one thing which I need to talk about location is, it's not true that you select universities which are in popular cities like London, New York, Toronto. Students are always, and parents are always aware of these popular universities because they are right in the main cities. But that's not what you require for an undergraduate student. It's already that they have been across, there's a lot of hustle in these cities. You need a boutique environment for these children. So I would say you can broaden your horizon, choose a country. Should not be a worry if it is a remote area, because if the university is well ranked, if the university has good department, it has a reputation of its own, it doesn't matter where your university is, whether it's a city or a remote area. This is a myth which I highly want to bust. In fact, I would say go for universities which are larger than life, which are very big, which has very good ambience. They are open, they have huge campuses that allows your child to be in an environment which you may not be able to give them here. That's exactly where you should look out for. But yes, if you have your relatives there in those cities and you want to be there near them, makes sense. But otherwise, keep things open. Why? Because all of us think that cities have jobs. That's no more true. Look at the cities that we have in here. Most of the companies do not have space to be in the cities. They are all in the outskirts. And that's where the jobs are. The employers are not looking whether you're in their vicinity. The employer is looking whether you're skillful or not, and that's what is important. So do not compare your location with jobs. That's not true equation. Skills would lead you to the right jobs, and that's what we have to build. So studying abroad is building your skill sets. Studying abroad is to build your character, and that's what is going to take you to the right country, to the right university, and get you the right job. So this is the fourth point, the location and weather to add to it. Yes, there are some students who are very averse to winters, snow. It is very good point to justify it, because yes, we are not used to that in our country. So saying this, you can definitely look for much more suitable weather places. So if those places are too cold, the winter is too strong, winters are long enough, like like 6 months, 7 months, you may avoid those places. Okay, so there are ample of opportunities in those areas as well. Now coming to the last, I would say the important point again, that what is the stability that country giving you in terms of post study work visa, in terms of permanent residency. Now there are students who all want to study and work. That is default a requirement. In fact, I would say studying abroad is incomplete if you don't study and work both together, because it's an equal thing. Once you do both of the things, you get the entire 360-degree picture, and you're much more skillful and employable and exposed to these areas. So yes, every country gives a certain amount of post study work visa. You need to study that. Okay, like Canada gives 3 years, Australia gives 3 years again, US gives 3 years, UK gives 2 years. There are varied countries which give post study work visa depending on which degree you're going to study. So it's very important to align yourself to what your child or what you are getting after you invest your bachelor's in that country. And that's exactly where the question should be. So post study work visa, you need to find out, you need to be sure about. And the second thing is, there are a lot of parents, students are too young to decide on that, but there are a lot of parents who feel that they need to have a permanent residency option for their child. So if you are looking for permanent residency in that country, then you need to look whether that country gives PR easily or not. Okay, so in this case, there are top 5 countries which give permanent residency. It's Canada, it's UK, it's Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. So that is how your strategy should be. That which country is giving my child a PR, or whether it's giving me a post-study work visa. So these are very important questions to know, because as a parent you're not only investing money, but you're also looking forward whether the child gets the rightful career options later on or not. Some careers are very important to understand, are very licensure job. So I would say in the last, be particular about that as well. Job courses like medicine, architecture, lawyer, psychologist, these are all license oriented jobs. Now these jobs, you should be very sure that you go to a course and a country which allows the child to get the licensure, because any country he moves later, these jobs are license based. Even if he returns back to India, or she returns back to India, license is very important to practice these professions. So you have to be very particular when you decide on those countries, because that's how your strategy should play. So saying this, these are very very crucial points which I've laid out for you. So when you sit along, when you decide you want to send your child abroad, it's very important to see all through and through picture. And that's what we do at Education Street. So if you want a counselor who helps you to select not only the course, not only the right university, but the entire process which lays down, which tells your child from A to Z, this is the path, this is where we come in picture. We are not counselors, we are not recruiters, where we just fit in some university and try to map your child to that university. We are not recruiters, we are counselors. We look for you, we look for your child, we look at his profile. We also help in profile mentoring. If your child is in 9th, 10th, 11th, we definitely can help them with profile building mentoring service as well. So if you're looking for all these things, Education Street is a firm where we map your child's interest, your budget, your interest, your focus, and get him there in that university. So we are completely ethical and clean counselor. If you're matching to this, we want that you can get in touch with us. If you're looking for easy answers, if you're looking for something which is like just plug and play, free counseling, we are not the right fit for you. So let me tell that very clearly, because we work for students and parents who are looking for these requirements, and that's what we deliver.